Kami mga senators nagtatanguan din nagtitinginan na these are very important information, and the way I look at it is that you don't break the natural law. Yun lang yung bottom line dito, no? Pag sinasabi na preserve, rehabilitate, and make it fit for swimming, para talagang ngayon pag sinasabi ko, ang daming ngumingiti, tumatawa sa buong paligid natin dahil parang mas madali pang i-turn ang water into wine.
Ang problema sa mga flooding natin sa Metro Manila ay yung pumping station sa MMDA at wala raw krudo, kulang sa gasolina para mapatakbo yung pumping station na yun. Kaso kasi parang meron daw atang sindikato rito.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Senator, the findings are that any physical change in the configuration of the embayment that is included in this area will change also the way the water and the pollutants, as well as the other elements that are chemically present and biologically present in the bay. It will change the way these behave. In general po, reclamation projects will slow down the flow of water and will change the circulation and retention of pollutants and organic materials that are already in the bay. This does not include yet what will be coming from the inland. So what we are doing now is combining what is coming from the inland under different bodies of water and what is coming from the ocean itself, from the bay itself. So these models are being run to include also now extreme events such as what has happened and what will happen now to drainage as well as circulation of these chemical and biological matters in the bay. So in general, any change geometrically, physically, in terms of infrastructure that is introduced will change the way the bay behaves. Secondly, reclamation projects will slow down the flow of water, and the change actually so far in our model runs has been for the negative. And thirdly, our water quality will also begin to change, which brings me to the question on mandamus and the implementation. Yes, sir. So the idea of the cumulative impact assessment was undertaken by the DNR because, in fact, we are the lead implementing agency of the mandamus. And if we are to fulfill that mandate under the decision of the Supreme Court, we will need to substantiate scientifically what would allow us to achieve what is the purpose of that ruling. With the model runs that we are actually undertaking, there will be an ecological cost and an economic cost to introducing anything into Manila Bay in relation to the implementation of the mandamus ruling. The question that we now have in terms of the different scenarios that will be possible is who will pay for that additional burden in terms of the achievement of the mandamus order. And so in terms of the work of the DNR, we are doing this along 3 tracks.
Thank you. Secretary, thank you. Let me cut you there because I have one last question. I've taken much of the time, but this is very important. I appreciate what you just shared with us in this committee. Lahat kami mga senators nagtatanguan din nagtitinginan na these are very important information, and the way I look at it is that you don't break the natural law. Yun lang yung bottom line dito, no? Madam Secretary, last question ko po ito about the mandamus, no? Mula po yung 2019 hanggang 2024, naglagay po o naglaan ang gobyerno, if you look at from 2019 to 2024, yung latest is last year 1.55 billion, 2024 1.33 billion. Dito po sa alinsunod po doon sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema na nag-aatas sa 13 government agencies na linisin po itong Manila Bay. DENR, DILG, DepEd, DOH, DA, DPWH, DBM, Coast Guard, PNP Maritime Group, Philippine Ports Authority, MMDA, MWSS, LUA. And I think, Mr. Chairman, pwede sigurong sulatan natin sila at kasi kasama din po dyan sa desisyon na yan ay magbigay ng report every quarter eh. Hindi ko po alam kung ano yung latest, baka pwedeng bigyan din po tayo dito sa committee.
We'll do that.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, this decision required the Department of Environment and Natural Resources to develop a Manila Bay coastal management strategy to maintain Manila Bay. In fact, yung babanggitin ko ulit kanina, at a swimming and bathing level by addressing the point and non-point sources of pollution through number 1, liquid waste management, number 2, solid waste management, number 3, informal settler families, and number 4, illegal structures management, and number 5 pala, may habitat pa and resource management through effective institutional arrangement, partnership, governance. So ito po, no, pag tinignan po natin from 2019 to 2024, 7.47 billion ito, Mr. Chairman. So, gusto nating malaman, ano ba yung accomplishment, no? Kanina binanggit ni Senator Amy, parang pag tinignan natin yung accomplishment dito, dolomite lang yung naiisip natin na concrete at magre-remind sa atin, ito yung nagawa, yung dolomite dito sa Manila Bay. But, you know, for the past years, 2019 to 2024, that's 7.47 billion. And perhaps, if you could give us, Madam Secretary, ano ba yung major accomplishment na ng Manila Bay rehabilitation plan na ito?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Mr. Senator. Just in a nutshell po, and we will give you the full reports po of all these years because there are reports that is present at the DNR in real time. I would say that the major accomplishment here would be the introduction of the sewage treatment plants over time that were part of the original plan po prior to this administration. Our work really is to download these funds to the different agencies that are going to be implementing the particular solid and liquid waste programs, and that would be to the MMDA and to the DPWH, Mr. Chair. So, in that light po, we will submit the historical complete report to your office po.
Thank you, Secretary.
Thank you, Secretary. Thank you lang ako, Mr. Chairman, and I look forward to looking into this because pag sinasabi na preserve, rehabilitate, and make it fit for swimming, para talagang ngayon pag sinasabi ko, ang daming ngumingiti, tumatawa sa buong paligid natin dahil parang mas madali pang i-turn ang water into wine than to make it happen, no? So maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. Thank you sa mga
Thank you, Senator
po.
Joel.
Thank you.
Senator Tulfo, you are now recognized.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. Don't worry. It will only take me 2 minutes. I'm not gonna eat any more of your time. Galing ako sa isang hearing, meron pa ako tinan na isang hearing. And you may continue the investigation and the questioning after itong bibigay ko statement. Isa sa mga dahilan at tanggap ko information sa nagkaroon ng problema sa mga flooding natin sa Metro Manila ay yung pumping station sa MMDA at wala raw crudo, kulang sa gasolina para mapatakbo yung pumping station na yun. Kaso kasi parang meron daw atang sindikato rito at isang kumpanya lang ang may hawak nito. Ang pangalan daw ng company ay Dieter, which is owned by a certain Joy na bata raw ni Director Melgar ng MMDA. I think you have to investigate that further. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Senator Tulfo. Okay, Chairman Artes, you might want to answer that. It's just a statement, but medyo matalim yun. Okay. You may answer, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Artes.
Unang-una po, yung pong ating mga MMDA po ay nag-maintain and nag-ooperate ng 71 pumping stations. Lahat po yan ay may crudo or gasolina, lalong-lalo na nitong kasagsagan ng bagyong Karina. Nagkaproblema lamang po kami sa isang pumping station dito po sa Libertad Pumping Station na malapit po dito sa Macapagal Boulevard kung saan ina-upgrade po ito ng DPWH. Nagkaroon po ng sunog na apektuhan po yung 3 pumps, pero napagana na po namin yung 2, yung isa po ay papalitan ng DPWH. 6 po kasi ang pumps noon, 3 po ay inalis para palitan ng mga bago at mas malalakas na bomba. Yung pong nasunog na isa ay babalik muna yung isa doon sa 3 tinanggal. So we can assure you na mababalik naman po siya doon sa pumping capacity. Yung pong walang gasolina, Mr. Chair, doon po sa 71 pumping stations namin, I can assure you, wala pong nawala ng gasolina doon or crudo, Mr. Chair. Lahat po sila ay operational.
Sinabi, yun ang report na ni SP, no? Senator, yung ating
We were
Senate
informed,
President
Mr.
Cordero.
Chair, na meron daw pong isang pumping station dito malapit sa Senate na hindi daw po gumana dahil walang crudo. Yan po ay hindi pa po nata-turn over sa amin dito ng DPWH, Mr. Chair.
Ito. Pwede. Sabi MMDA daw talaga.
Hindi po sa
May Libertad.
Yung Libertad po, yun yung po nasunog.
Ay, yung nasunog.
Yun po yung nasunog. Hindi po dahil walang gasolina yun. Nagkaroon po ng sunog. In fact, may report po ang Bureau of Fire dyan, Mr. Chair.
Sige, before we proceed alas 12:30 na, bigyan mo muna chance na kumain kayo, CR, for 5 minutes. And then we will
Hindi,
proceed.
siguro, can we just resolve
Yeah.
itong issue ng walang crudo? Kasi, di ba, alam naman natin
sige.
na mismong Senate President yung nag-share
Nagsabi.
sa Viber group ng mga senador na yung pumping station ay walang crudo. So, gusto lang natin malaman talaga bang may isang pumping station na walang crudo, whether it's MMDA or DPWH.
O hindi na i-on.
Or kasi hindi pa talaga
Sinabi,
nag-ooperate.
hindi rin
Oo.
Well,
Who would like to answer that? MMDA or
Baka-
DPWH? Okay, Secretary Bonoan.
Yes, I had been updated on this, Mr. Chairman. Actually, itong pumping stations na sinasabi natin that within the vicinity of the Senate, ito yung nandito kasi sa pinaka-lowest
Tayong catch basin.
catch basin. And
Okay.
I understand, hindi po sa walang crudo, pero sira po.
Sira talaga.
Sila talaga. And kinukumpuni naman po ito ngayon. Ang kwan ho namin dito is kukumpunihin dito and we will turn it over to MMDA
So
Corporation.
it's under DPWH.
Yes, opo.
At hindi pa nata-turn over sa ano.
I understand that this pumping station was constructed way back in 2019. And apparently, hindi naman ho sila hindi naman ino-operate kasi wala naman pangangailangan in some point in time. Ngayon lang po nakita kasi bumaha po rito yata nung sa Karina and we found out na sira pala yung pumping
It's a sec,
station.
hindi pa siya nagagamit, nasira na siya.
Nasira po, sira. I don't know kung
Would you like to continue or break muna tayo for 5 minutes? 5 minutes break. Okay.
Mr. Chair, siguro just to reiterate, so walang pumping station na hindi nawalan ng gasolina.
Okay.
insofar as
At hindi
MMDA,
nakalimutan i-turn on.
At hindi pa na ita-turn over.
we can assure you, Mr. President, na lahat po ng 71 pumping stations under our jurisdiction ay may gasolina
May
at
gasolina.
fully functional except nga po yung nasunog.
Yung binanggit ni Senator Tulfo na merong kumikita doon sa gasolina.
Well,
Wala.
hindi ko po alam. I'll investigate. Pero insofar as the supply of gasoline
Pwede ba
are concerned,
paki-imbestigahan yan and
yes,
give us a
Mr.
report?
Chair. I'll make a report on this, Mr. Chair. Pero hindi ko po natatandaan na nagsusupply ito ng gasolina sa amin.
Sige, okay. So, 5 minutes urine break. Thank you.